When I came in the 80s, I was very impressed by the fact that a Hasidic rabbi would build a hospital. He was a very kind, very good-hearted, and very open person. And I was lucky enough to know him while he was still alive. He wrote of how he viewed this hospital should be run, the excellence in professionalism, nursing and medical. At all costs, you should respect life and you should maintain life. The patient had a say and should be involved in his care. There was a special presence here, special aura that was connected to the love of life, to the quality of life that we were expected to give to our patients. And it was very much connected to the Rebbe's past experiences during the Holocaust.
There was a death march. The soldiers came and they shot the Rebbe. They shot him in his hand and he dropped on the floor and acted he was dead. As soon as the soldiers and the prisoners left, bleeding profusely, he got up and he saw a tree next to him. He tore off a couple of leaves and branches and he made a tourniquet, and this way he stopped his bleeding and actually saved his life. And at that very moment, he made a vow. Holy God, if I ever get out of this live hell, I promise I am going to build an institution to heal the sick, to alleviate pain. The Rebbe recruited the whole staff and spoke to them. I do not expect of you to be religious, but to be compassionate to the patients, to treat each patient like it's your own child.
This hospital is different. The Rebbe instilled in each and every person that ever came to work here a love for humanity. You love a non-Jew as much as you love a Jew. We must save and heal a human being, no matter who the human being is. And we committed ourselves to this task, and this is the same policy that's followed in Laniado Hospital till this very day.
Everyone is the whole world, no matter who he is and where he comes from. In my department, we are personal and warm. Explanations on everything, transparency in everything that we do. Patients and their family are more confident, and the medical results become better.
They're great people. They care for you who you are as a person.
לניאדו זה בית חולים טוב. המחלקה הזאת במיוחד. הייתי לפני 7 חודשים כמעט גבול המוות. עשו לי הכל, היום אני חי.
It really feels like a family here. And I think that we are giving the patient the best treatment that can be given in Israel.
הגישה של האחיות במחלקה מאוד אמפתית, ומשתדלים מאוד להדריך את המטופלים, ושלא ירגישו בודדים, ושיש על מי לסמוך.
You don't look just at the illness. You are looking at the person, and you are trying to help him and to look at him as a whole with his family.
אני סיוון לוי, בת 32, נשואה, יש לי ילדה. היא דבר מדהים. בוא נגיד, תהיה האושר שלי בחיים. רק לראות אותה אני כבר שוכחת מהכל, אני שוכחת מכל מה שהיה. לניאדו מה נתן לי? נתן לי את החיים שלי בחזרה.
Just 4 days after a very complicated birth at another hospital, Sivan Levy suffered a massive heart attack at home. Her husband Meni, whose job prevents him participating in this film, found his wife in the grips of death, taking her final breaths. With great composure, He and his neighbours performed CPR, awaiting the arrival of the paramedics. 2 ambulance crews soon arrived and spent 30 minutes fighting to save her life before hurrying her to Laniado.
הגיעה עם דום לב. הבת שלי החכמה, המדהימה, שוכבת ככה עם כל מיני צינורות. היא הייתה במוות קליני.
I was shocked, I was crying, I was praying to God.
חשבתי שכל העולם שלי נחרב.
For 12 days, she lay in a coma, her family by her side, watching the hospital's staff do everything possible to wake her up.
I wanted her to get up because she's a mother and the baby waits for her mother.
לא ויתרנו לה, פשוט התפללתי שהיא תתעורר. אמרתי לה, סיוון, אם את שומעת אותי, תלחצי לי את היד. היא לחצה לי את היד. אני אמרתי גם לבעלה, אתה תראה שעוד תקום על הרגליים.
כל הצוות שם כל כך תמכו וכל כך עזרו גם לנו.
We was feeling like they are a big family over there. They are amazing.
פשוט מלאכים אחד אחד. פתאום פתחה עיניים. היא הסתובבה אליי, הסתכלה עליי ונתנה לי חיוך ואני התחלתי לרקוד. היה פשוט התגשמות חלום.
It's the hospital saved my sister. It's making me very proud to hear this name, Laniado Hospital.
We kept her alive and gave her all the option to regain full consciousness. We had to put a new pacemaker in to protect her from recurring attacks. We have sent her to a rehabilitation unit and we keep her in continuous follow-up.
אם הייתי יכולה להתחיל הכל מההתחלה וללדת שם, אז הייתי עושה את זה. זה בית חולים שעושה הרבה ניסים. הוא עושה רק טוב, לא נראה לי שהוא עושה משהו אחר.
Anybody to see their husband die is frightening. I saw the flat line, and at that very, very instant, I just collapsed. My body just crumbled. But there was something saying he's not going to die today, it's not his day. I knew it, the same as the second heart attack. How I feel about the people who have kept my husband alive, I cannot explain. I cannot express it. I don't know how to, but it's all in my heart. Philip was diagnosed with sugar diabetes about 20 years ago, which caused him to have a double bypass. He got high blood pressure, he got kidney failure. Philip was on dialysis in South Africa for 3 years, and then we came to Israel. I don't have a caregiver, I look after Philip. I shower him. He has difficulty in even cleaning himself because he has trouble with his arms. I check his sugar after every meal, check his blood pressure, and I literally lift my husband up sometimes, put him on the chair. There's nothing wrong to look after somebody you love. It's nothing. It's a blessing.
If you offered me 5 million, oh Cheryl, I'll tell you what to do with the 5 million. I'm the luckiest man in the world to have a wife like I do.
Mr. Crystal is a very nice gentleman. Unfortunately, his heart is not as good as we wished it would be. We have placed stents in him and we open them again and we place stents in other places and we're trying to keep him alive.
Mr. Crystal was in a desperate condition. He almost couldn't move and he was so sick that no one else wanted to put a pacemaker in. We try to help our patients even in extreme situations, and we don't give up. And so we did it in our operating room.
Cheryl, come home, come quickly. I said, what's wrong? I thought something was wrong. They're going to put the pacemaker in. It was fantastic. It went off well. He was in good hands. Then the person comes out and says to you, he's fine. Oh my Lord, it's like the whole world's been lifted off your shoulders.
At Laniado, I feel like a human being. I feel like I'm somebody. And they've given me happiness.
Philip always keeps smiling, although he has so many problems. And his wife, she's an angel, and we like them both.
They're nice, wonderful people. Anything you want, they're always there to help. Laniado saved my husband's life, and the doctors and the nurses, and their ways, their attitudes, they're fantastic.
I put a puller under this hand, a puller under that hand, and how many pullers do you want on your back? They make it so nice that it's impossible not to get better.